Hello and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. This is the third edition or third episode of Thursday Earth. And today we're going to take a look at the Earth signs and we're going to jump right into it. We're going to start off today with Taurus, that beautiful sign of the bull. Pull out that sun in Taurus and also Earth. Now today we have three planets in Taurus. We have the moon, well, the moon not being a planet, but three celestial bodies, one of which is our moon, and then two planets, Jupiter and Uranus or Uranus. Beautiful. Wow, Jupiter and the moon conjuncting in Taurus today. So, expansive, good luck, and also deeply emotional. So, take a moment, Taurus, my lovely Taurus, to go ahead and meditate on those cards while I do a final shuffle on your deck, which I've already been shuffling for a while before airing. And we are going to cut it and get into your reading. So yes, a lot of planets in Earth this week. So we'll see. Let's cut your deck. Hope everyone is doing okay today, this Thursday. And let's pull up these cards now. I'm going to go ahead and put Taurus right there. And we are going to get into the first row of your reading. Oops, that's my cats. Don't worry if you hear background noise. Four of Wands, 11 card. The Chariot, Cups, 10 of, and 2 of Pentacles. Wow. Energy, nice energy. Beautiful right away, okay? Love, grounded, stable, strong love. 11, 4 of Wands. A lot of people call that the 11 card because of the 2 wands. It's actually the 4, and 4 represents stability and grounding and power. Four corners of a square. Stability, foundation, right? So 4 of Wands energy. Coming in strong, Taurus, with a love connection. You may be with somebody and it's gotten deeper. You may recently have met somebody as well and it just hit it right off. There's Chariot and 10 of Cups. Yes, love is featuring strong and sort of like, the one, the relationship. It's like that type of thing, right? We're not talking about a fling here. We're talking about the beginning of a beautiful story, the beginning of a beautiful chapter. This is just the base energy we're starting off with. If you're not used to my readings, we definitely go deeper. And then, of course, we have 2 of Pentacles. So there's a lot of, there's a lot of juggling going on, right? You're working a lot, Taurus, and this is not a surprise. Taurus, you are like one of the hard workers, Earth signs in general, but Taurus, you're about your paper, you like your paper, you like your beautiful things, you know what I mean? You like your independence in that regard too. But in any case, Taurus, you are here this week doing a lot, right? You got a lot of balls in the air, but it feels good. This is not a chaotic energy that I feel from you. Oops, boom. Coming right out. 6 of Wands wanted to jump back. Got the 5 too. Interesting. Competition. People are going to come for you. All right. More Wands. More fire. A lot of fire. And then 10 of Swords. Wow. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Pentacles. All right. So that beautiful sort of energy. Ace of Pentacles. You are coming into money right now, Taurus. You're coming into money. You're making money, right? Things are happening for you. Financially, there's a lot of work you're having to put in, 2 of Pentacles. You're having to do a lot of the nitty bitty grind, the itsy bitsy, you know what I mean? The little jobs, just making it happen, right? But the outcome of it, it's like all the little laborious things that you're having to do. The sum of their parts is still less than the outcome. The outcome that you're getting is even greater, right? Because of all of the work that you're doing, all of the bases that you're covering, right? And so wealth is coming in, a resonating up is coming in. Some of you may get a promotion. Some of you, your business may take off in a very nice sort of boom way, right? All of a sudden the ball is rolling. a lot of fire in your chart this week, Taurus. And maybe it's also because you have, multiple planets in your sign. You have moon in Taurus today. But there's a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of activity, a lot of sort of courage, right? You're moving forward. You have a fire underneath of you. And Taurus, of all of the earth signs, you are the most fiery, in my opinion, to me, right? Your energy is the most fiery of the earth signs. You're the bull, your steam is coming out of your nose sometimes. You're ready to go. That drive is insane. And it's coming through here. It just feels like that for me here. There's a victory. You feel good about something. There's an accomplishment that comes in for you this week, Taurus. That's something, you've been wanting for quite some time. And it's coming into you and you're getting recognition for it. Okay. Some of you may be, suddenly you're healthier than you used to be, or suddenly you're more sort of financially, stable and wealthy. The word wealthy comes to mind, right? You're just in a place where it's good and you feel redeemed. There's a redemptive feel to this victory. And I want to say that people notice it. People around you are noticing it. 5 of Wands is coming in. Listen, there's going to be some jockeying to get your attention, Taurus. Okay? The energy over that 4 of Wands. You're going to start to get attention. You're going to be starting to, what's going on with you is like you're resonating up so nicely, right? And the energy is flowing from you, right? So you're physically doing really well, mentally doing well, but your coin is doing well. And it's attracting these a love connection, right? Which comes, I believe there's one there. For those of you who are in something, it's resonating up. For those of you who are single, it's coming in. But there's a lot of people vying for your attention, There's a lot of people sort of saying, hey, you're going to get suitors coming in and arguing over, there's going to be a little bit of difficult energy, but not from you. It's going to be from people around you. It's going to feel like people are jockeying for your attention, especially when you're in a crowd or in a group. Yeah, you're being really buoyed up strong. It's the end of a period of feeling bad for yourself as well. For some of you, you've come to the end of some healing that you've done, Taurus. And that healing was in your mind, a healing of the mind in terms of having a depressed mind, having depressed thoughts, having a lack of clarity, right? A lack of clarity and seeing the path laid above in front of you. You come in with, this energy, like you do see the path in front of you now, right? You see the path. And not only that, you're coming out of a period of that sort of, it's like the veil has been lifted. The haze has been lifted. You're feeling better. You're healthier. And it's the end of that, right? It's like you're never going to really go back to that kind of low feeling again. We have that in our lives, when you resonate up, you go through a particular chapter. But when we go through periods of healing from, people, places, and things, certain ways of living, or certain hangups that we've carried, toxicity, trauma, whatever we're healing from. Oftentimes in a lifetime, you'll go through certain periods of healing where you just don't get hurt like that anymore, right? You've healed in such a way that wound is not going to happen again. You've healed yourself, and you've also resonated up in a way so that you won't succumb to that kind of pain again, right? And that's a full fundamental sort of change, a learning coming in. Queen of Wands, more Wands energy. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The Queen of Wands. She is like the embodiment of going through the fire and coming out the other end. She is the absolute embodiment of that. She's the wise one. She's the tough one. She's the one who wears her scars proudly, right? She's not to be messed with. She's strong. She's very, very wise, very powerful. 7 of Wands coming in. You are definitely, you're Right now, you are resonating with a lot of confidence and creativity as well, Taurus. You're coming in with an energy that anything that's kind of coming in your way, it's nonplussed. You're just not bothered. And if it's an obstacle, you're kind of dismissing it or making, you're dealing with it, vanquishing it, I want to say, with swift measure. Five of Pentacles. Wow. Having started all over again. Some of you are coming from a place where you've had to really rebuild yourself. Things weren't going so well financially for quite some time. Or you just felt poor. Okay? You may not have been per se on paper, but you felt poor and money was not excuse me. Sometimes it hits me, reading these messages. But you felt poor, right? You felt as though, even though you were working, even though the money is coming in, it just didn't seem to be enough, right? Yeah, your bills are paid, but it still continued to seem like a struggle. And then it's like, and that was all part and parcel of this period of, I want to say, shadow that you were going through, that you were healing from. Sometimes when we're going through a healing process of the heart and the mind, you can't feel poor. It's just a poor life, and it's not that way on paper, but it's the way that the life is being lived that is then sort of perpetuating a sense of poverty in it. And the poverty comes from finance, and the poverty of soul, a poverty of clarity, right? A poverty of not soul per se, but being in touch with it. So, it's dark days for you coming more. But then you have your King of Swords coming in strong. Interesting. Wheel of Fortune. There's your Jupiter. And Seven of Swords. There's your Jupiter. Take care that there are people around you who are not necessarily for you. Remember, there is some lingering toxicity from your past, Taurus. People who are going to be quite ruthless. They may be quite sort of treacherous as well. They may be sort of really trying to undermine you in a strange way. So there's lingering aspects, I want to say. As you're coming out of this period and you're learning about yourself, you're feeling very strong. You're very healthy right now. There's more information that needs to come in one particular area. For some of you, Taurus, as I say, there's a lingering toxic issue from this past period of healing. This may be an ex-lover or a friend or something you're still involved with or connected to. It feels strongly like an individual, right? And that bond hasn't been completely severed, right? It was your interaction with that individual that led to some of this feeling of not being where you should be in your life, right? It feels to me like there's still some energy here left from this individual. They may still be in contact with you. You may still be in contact with them. It may not be as much. You've moved on and done all of this growth, right? And rebuilding and healing. And yet the door is still kind of open to this toxicity over here. Take care with that, Taurus. For some of you who are resonating with that particular part of the message, take care. Wait for more information. Don't take this person at their word, because you're dealing with somebody who is there's a dishonesty I feel here. And they were always like this. This isn't news to you, right? But at the same time, the connection with them, there is a vulnerability that you have there with them. And everything else in your life is going so sort of strongly and well. You've really rebuilt yourself. There's opportunity for other love coming in. But this last little toxic connection here, you want to take care with this. Don't let them in. Or, as I say, wait for more information. Right? Don't, you know what I mean? Wait. If they're trying to come in and say that they're changed, or just, if there's some change in this sort of connection here, wait until you get the proof of the pudding, because the Queen of Wands is staring at you squarely here and saying, you know better, right? She's looking at you and saying, you know better. There's someone else coming in for you that is much more stable and strong and able to communicate with you on your level. So there's competing interests here, Taurus. There's competing love interests, But you of yourself are absolutely going through a beautiful new stage, a beautiful stage of renewal. Renewal and leveling up. I'm going to say financially, spiritually, emotionally, strength wise, you're leveling up. And, you know, for the most part, you have several people around you that are going to be interested in your time. This one definitely fell out. Spirit of the Fae. All right. Can we get that to mischief, play, fantasy, right? There we go. Mischief, play, fantasy. It's a beautiful card. Take care. That's what I'm talking about. There are people there around you who are, you know, they're willing to sort of, I'm gonna move this one up here. You know, there's mischief. There's mischief, right? They don't have your best interests at heart. I'm going to pull one more. Oh, two more. I'm going to just take these two that flipped over because I was going to pull two more. Here we go. Spirit of elixirs, intoxication. Okay, so some of you are dealing with old demons, okay? This toxic energy that you have with this person here that I was talking about earlier that you want to take care of, that, you know, it could be that you both drank together. It could be that you both were, you know, lived a certain type of lifestyle together. And, you know, that energy is still there with them. It could be that you quit partying and they didn't. Nevertheless, watch out. Spirit of elixirs is there, you know. Intoxication, being too uninhibited, being shameless. Remember, the Queen of Wands is staring you flatly down and saying, watch out, Taurus. And Spirit of the dwelling place. Sometimes, you know, the cards are too dark. I don't have a fancy, like, Sony camera. So Spirit of the dwelling place. Home foundation. Okay, so remember, there is a foundation here for you. Usually have enough room, but I pulled extra cards today for you. There is a foundation, a structure that you're building and you're working towards that you've already built up for yourself. That is now really solidifying. Okay, this is the work that you've done through this healing period. But I also feel like this Spirit of the dwelling place is talking about this one specific love that comes in amongst all of this, the ex possibly here, which it feels like an ex individual who may still be hanging on, the ones that are over here that are kind of vying for your attention. In amongst all of that chatter, there is one love connection that feels like it's what is meant for you. It feels like, oh, that's the one. So you're going to have to really employ all of that Queen of Wands energy. This person is going to be very stable, very strong. Maybe somebody that, a type of person that you're not used to, or that on the surface you normally would never even look at. You know what I mean? So it's going to come, it feels for me that for some of you Taurus, it's going to kind of come out of left field, right? But take care. Keep that energy of wisdom and sort of experience, that Queen of Wands energy of, you know better, right? You know better. And now you're in a place after a lot of hard working and healing to use that wisdom of knowing better, right? Wisdom is worthless unless you use it, right? Unless you act on it. That's where wisdom finds its power in your life, right? And that's where you find the value and virtue of all the hard work that you've done and all of the difficult times that you've gone through to gain that wisdom, right? So it's all very much a reaffirmation of the blessings that the universe gives you. And so you have to act on these things for those blessings to continue to come in. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your reading. It was really, it was something, right? A nice energy here. Take a moment to look at the cards, pull your talisman out, your, your totem for the week. Images, symbols, right? Whatever speaks to you, and hold that in your head. If it comes across your day-to-day activities, take a moment. It's a reminder to take a moment and remember whatever it was you got from this reading that may have aided you in your decisions and processes and feelings, right? And take a moment to be in that time, right? Take a moment to be in the moment, as it were. All right, guys. I'm going to pull up my oracles first. And my clarifiers next. Sometimes the readings go a little longer because I want to pull more clarifiers to get the message right, to see exactly how specific we can get. All right. Leave that beautiful Ace of Pentacles there for you, Taurus. As I take away Taurus, and we're going to bring out Virgo. And that's Sun. There we go. Virgo's next. No planets in the sign of Virgo today, so we're just going to leave her right there and let you take a moment to meditate on those beautiful images for Virgo today. Sun in Virgo, earth energy. And while I do a little shuffle. All right, let's cut this deck. Okay, I'll take these away. Put Virgo right there. And we are going to get into your baseline first 4 cards. Knight of Cups. Ooh, Ace of Cups. What? 5 of Wands back in rotation. And another 5 of Pentacles. Wow. What? Somebody's definitely coming in for you, Virgo, right? A Knight of Cups. Oof. They want to talk to you. They want to get some time with you. They're pursuing you, right? And it can be a little bit flighty, this energy, though, right? It can come and go. It feels to me like this is not a, a constant sort of pursuit, but it's like they come at you, then they act like they're not really that interested, then they come at you a little bit more. That's what it's feeling like to me. It's definitely somebody new in your life, a new kind of love connection. But there's some strife here. There's some shadow here. There's some strife energy. There's a lot of, again, that 5 of Wands, a lot of, jockeying for position, bickering, arguing, a lot of ego play. I'm better than them. And, no, I'm better than you. And a lot of competition, right? A lot of competitive sort of energy around you. And also there's some, I'm going to say some falling out energy here. I want to get some more cards to see what that 5. It almost feels as though like, I don't know, there's a loss here somewhere along the line, but we're going to go a little bit deeper. I don't know if that's you or a person coming into, let's see. Interesting. And the Lovers. And Temperance. Wow. Feels like it's your lover. It's come in for you. This person who's pursuing you, they're not doing so well right now, right? They're not doing so well. 8 of Cups finally at the bottom. I shuffled before pulling out that bottom deck because that's just sometimes how I read. How to, whatever, that's how I read. Whatever the energy is that tells me how to go forward. So 8 of Cups came forward as a walking away. The person you're dealing with is probably broken in. It feels like they have left a relationship. Okay. There's a lot of bickering and fighting here because you may be dealing with somebody who still has an ex on the wing. You know what I'm saying? They still have an ex around. They just recently broke up with them. They may have had to move out and suddenly now they want to be with you. And I don't mean like, oh, suddenly now, it's like, doesn't necessarily feel like this is like that they're taking advantage of you or anything like that. It doesn't feel like player action. It feels legitimate, like they legitimately just recently broke up with somebody, had to move, had to change, had to, their paper isn't right, their money isn't right now, and you guys are coming together, and there's friction here. The other person, the ex, is still around. There's still some, there's interaction that's still going on that's causing some of this bickering, Virgo, that's causing some of this argument. But you and this person feel like you're really meant to be. And it's just an unfortunate thing that it's so close behind them having broken up or moved away or gotten out of a relationship that was probably quite a serious relationship, it feels like. Regardless of the state of that previous relationship for them, there is still some lingering strife and agita there, right? They feel good about having left that relationship, right? But some of you are dating somebody who is a psycho ex. I'm going to just put it out there just like that. That's what it is. Some of you are dating somebody or you're just hooking up with somebody and you're finding out this week that, oh shit, they have a psycho ex. And oh my God, do we have to deal with this in order for us to be together? I'm gonna be honest with you. And that's what it feels like here, because like it feels like your person that's coming in for you is quite genuine about their feelings for you. It feels like they are the ones who definitely left this relationship. Okay, they left, but they left and also they suffered for leaving, because they had to, like, their money suffered. It was like they left, but they were willing to take a hit in their wallet. They were willing to have to suddenly move, have to suddenly upend their lives to get away from this connection. Yep. For that to end, for that nightmare that they were with to end. This feels strong like that. Yes, it does. And you're the one who's here, Virgo, to a certain degree. You have success. This is a reading for Virgo. You're doing all right financially. You've really built yourself up. You wherever, if you had hard times there in the past, right now, you're very stable financially. You're doing very well. Your bills are paid. And it's like you're having to a little bit come to the rescue here for this individual. And it's not so much, you don't mind that, I'm going to say, necessarily, but Prince of Wands, wow. One more, let me get one more. Oh, and Prince of Pentacles. Yeah, you don't mind that necessarily, but you don't like the fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's the fighting, the arguing, it's the tension with the ex from the previous with this individual that's too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ugh, really? And especially some of you who are dealing with psycho exes, there may be like, you know what I mean? It's like, listen, I don't want to say we've all been there, but it's getting more and more this day and age that almost all of us have been there, with the dating a person with their ex and they're following you. She's always around or he's always around, suddenly they know all this information. You're like, how did they know all this information? You don't even know the person. Like, it just gets, it just gets a little bit chaotic and crazy sometimes with stuff like that. And it feels to me like right here you're dealing, you may be dealing with a lot of that. There's a lot of personalities around in this connection with you. There's friends as well, peeking their head in. Virgo, let me pull a couple more cards. You may decide you don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, you're exhibiting a lot of sort of, here's Temperance showing up. It's a card for Sagittarius. Lovers is card for Gemini, by the way. Some of you may be dealing with Gemini energy, but listen, you may decide you're like really kind of like not putting all in just yet. I feel like, Virgo, you're kind of like, let me see how this pans out. Yeah, the Magician, you're like, listen, I'm going to see how this kind of pans out. Oh, and the King of Cups. Yeah, I'm not trying to really, have a psychotic new relationship with anybody. That's what it feels like to me, Virgo. It feels like you are definitely, I don't know, you're in charge here, right? This is like, you don't have to put up with this. You don't have to deal with them. You don't have to deal, you know what I mean? You don't have to suddenly take care of them. The love is there. It feels like a love relationship. It feels like a strong love relationship, but nevertheless, it's like, if it gets too chaotic and it gets too much with having to take care of them and then also having to put up with the ex, to a certain degree, if they left, they need to really make a clean cut with whatever this toxicity is in their lives. Prince of Spirit of Gaia. Spirit of Skulls. Spirit of the Angel guiding. Well, there you go. Right? Spirit of Gaia is coming in. Be careful. Don't get pregnant or get somebody pregnant. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. Mother Earth, family, creation. All right. Some of you are dealing with people who have kids. It's a hectic situation, but you might get pregnant or you may get this person pregnant. Watch out. Spirit of Gaia is there. That mothering earth creative energy is there. Just saying, if it's already hectic now, imagine what it's going to be like when you bring another little bambino into the situation. There's already all of this strife. Spirit of the Skulls. Let's take a look at this one. Illness, depression, melancholy. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of that going on. Can we see we get her? I love these cards, so I hate it when you guys can't see them. But anyway, this is a beautiful card. Spirit of the Skulls is really, Listen, somebody's going to be sad and pissed off about all of this. They're going to act like they're really depressed. I feel like that energy is also this X energy, this other third person energy here, where part, it's bickering, and then it's also the cries for help because they're so depressed because your person left them. It's like, oof, a lot. You know what I mean? Just a lot. And then we have spirit of the angel here. You do have guidance and blessings in your life, Virgo. So, there's a possibility for you to get those messages. Get those messages and guidance from your ancestors. There's another one that sometimes I feel like it's ghosting a machine. Like some cards, my camera will focus on someone, whatever. Take that as you will. But there is sort of support there for you, okay, Virgo? For those of you who have that, I'm going to say that spirit of the angel is there to sort of guide you a little bit through all this, right? Take care with your decisions. Be very careful. As I said, for some of you, you're not prepared to have babies and stuff. Watch out, because some of you are definitely in a situation where babies can come forth. Okay, be in control here. King of Cups is there. Be in control. Continue to temper your feelings. Continue to not get drawn in. This is also very much one of those cases of like toxic energy, being drawn into toxic energy, being drawn into the pettiness, the bickering, and before you know it, you're kind of like, why am I doing this? This is not even the person that I am. Like, why am I getting pissed off about all this stuff? Why am I even in this conversation? All of this stuff is like, history that has nothing to do with me and my life, and just for the sake of me wanting to be with this person, now I got to deal with all this. Take care with that. You don't have to deal with all that. Sometimes people need to get their background story together before they, you know what I'm saying? But one of the things that's exacerbating that is that your person has no money right now. So in order for you to be with them, or in order for them to be away from the third person, the ex, what have you, somebody has to help them out, right? And that also speaks to their ability to take care of themselves. So be very careful. This is a potentially extremely toxic situation for you, Virgo. And I don't know if it's going to get any better with this person in this state that it is. They may have to go ahead and get themselves together, get their own place to live, and deal with the ex and the third person and all that before they come back into you. All right, guys, Virgo, I'm going to leave this one now and let you go ahead and take a moment to look at the cards and pull out your totem or your talisman, as I always do. Look at your spread. All right. Anything that speaks to you, hold that, and that's going to be, your reminder throughout the next couple of weeks, to be in a moment, pay attention to what's going on around you, not to make conscious decisions in the moment, conscious and intentional decisions. All right, guys, so let me pull up my oracles, and we will finish up this third episode of Thursday Earth with Capricorn. Every Thursday, if you don't know, I live stream the Thursday Earth series, which is this right here. I read for all three, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, not always in that order. Tomorrow is Friday, fire. So tomorrow we're going to be taking a look at the fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. We're going to take Virgo away. And we're going to pull out Capricorn. Now today, we do have Venus. Venus in Capricorn. So we're going to put her right there. Beautiful energy of Venus. All right, nice. So, those of you, planet of love, all right, conjuncting your sun. All right, guys. Let's begin to shuffle your deck. Go ahead and meditate on those beautiful cards. And if you have questions about love readings or toxic love readings, do check out my Monday series at 4 o'clock where I do toxic love. Pick out 3 random signs that I read for and take a look at a toxic love connection that they have with someone and what's really going on. That's every Monday at 4 Eastern Time. Oh, my kitties. All right, let's cut this deck, Capricorn. And these, retire these cards. Take Capricorn, put them right there. And let's go ahead and pull out your first line. Page of Swords. Page of Wands. Wow. Four of Wands again. And Five of Swords. Wow. Five of Swords. That five energy is showing up. Five is the number for strife in tarot. So it's a lot of strife is showing up for earth signs today. Everything's feeling kind of new and fresh for you, Capricorn. You're feeling really young right now. This is a reading for a Capricorn that's almost like, I don't know, feeling very childlike right now. You're very excited. You're very enthused about a particular love connection that you have, I want to say. Again, Four of Wands is showing up, the 1111 card. There is a love connection coming in for you, Capricorn. Doesn't surprise me. With Venus and Capricorn, we just saw that. That feels so fresh and new. It feels really young. You feel kind of like this is the first time you've had this kind of interaction. But there's also some strife there. Let me take a sip of my tea for a minute. There's some arguing. But it feels like, I don't know, it feels like you've been dealing with somebody in your life. It's just been a pain in the ass. But let's get some more cards so we can go a little bit further and see what this message is really all about for Capricorn. Another Five of Pentacles. Again, Six of Wands. The Magician. And Temperance again. Well, bottom of this deck, Knight of Swords. All right, getting rid of, moving away from people who have really held you back. It feels to me like Capricorn, this is a period. Again, we have Five of Pentacles. So, some difficulty with money right now. But you know what? You don't care. You love somebody. You're falling in love with somebody. You're going for it. There's been some arguing. I want to say, again, there's been some pettiness in your life in the recent past. When I say recent past, meaning several months, maybe even to the last few years, with certain people in your life. These people could be family members. They could be friends, right? And they're just like, it's been, I want to say, a period of just constant pettiness, just petty bullshit, games being played, bickering, arguing over dumb stuff, dumb competitive attitudes, right? You may have really felt like kind of, I don't know, you may not have realized that, they were affecting your life so much. But it's like there's a boredom that's set in here, Capricorn. You've just become really bored with them, with the life that is associated with them. You've become bored with the petty back and forth. And there's someone new who's come in and really like completely blown you up with some fresh energy. You suddenly feel excited again. You know what I mean? You suddenly feel like you have some confidence to do something else again. And you're starting to realize, I'm going to say, that you've really been held back by this either this social circle, set of friends that you have, family that you've been dealing with. May even be some colleagues at work, but it feels like this is much more of a social circle, friend circle. And you just decide to cut it off. You decide, what, I need a better class of friends. Like, honestly. And when I say class, I don't mean classism. I mean, I need a better pedigree. I need a better class. I need a better sort of group of friends in my life, meaning people who treat me with respect, people who have a moral center that's aligned with you, whose actions are, come from an intentional place of goodness at the bare bones, as opposed to a constant place of sort of competition and ego and envy and jealousy, right? Insecurity. When you have a group of friends, when you judge by the friends you keep, right? And when you also keep a certain group of friends or type of friends in your life who only ever bring you down, who only ever are toxic, who only ever like have something smart to say. It's everything is either about them. It's not about you. You're only just a reflection, or it's always, things always go wrong with them because, it's just like, it's a lot of like toxicity that can come from your friend circle, and we really always concentrate on like lovers. Oh, my narcissistic ex-lover. Well, guess what? Your narcissistic, psychotic group of friends will bring you down just as fast, and not, if not faster, right? And so this is an awareness that you're coming into, Capricorn, and you're like, oh no, I'm done with this. You cut ties. You may even be ostracized a little bit, okay? You may not get the same sort of like, you know what I'm saying? Suddenly your drinks aren't free, type of scenario. Might be something like that. Or you're just not getting the juice anymore from a certain social circle. But that's because you've made it very clear that you just don't want to have nothing to do with them anymore, right? There's a victory, though, that comes in for you because you feel once you go through that and you realize that and you see with clarity exactly like how effective, negatively effective it has been to be around this particular environment, you kind of come out of it like smelling, on top. I was going to say smelling like roses, but it's like you come out of it victorious because it's like, oh my God, I realize I really am better than you guys. Like you know what I mean? When you come out of the swamp, when you pull yourself out of a swamp, right, of negativity, and you've done the work to pull yourself out of that, and you see yourself for who you truly are, you realize, oh my God, I really did not belong in that swamp. When I was down in there, I was like, oh, I belong here with the rest of these swamp creatures and, just, fighting and scratching and, from this really dark base place, this is where I belong. When you're pulling yourself out of that, there's always a sense of victory because you see yourself with clarity. You're like, no, that's not who I am. By virtue of the fact that you pulled yourself out of it. By virtue of that fact. Again, I keep coming this week, my totem word has been virtue, right? By virtue of the work and the time that you've put in to pull yourself out of that, you feel very strong and there's a confidence that comes in. Let's get some clarifiers. There's a confidence that comes in for you. This is a big change, Capricorn. This is a big change. This is a Capricorn that is growing up. This is a Capricorn that is growing up and maturing out of their current life and lifestyle. Okay, you're maturing up and out of it, meaning you're going to come out of this period with, let me put it to you this way. In a year or so, you'll look back and be like, wow, I haven't spoken to them. I haven't seen so-and-so. Before you know it, within a few months, you're going to start to realize that there are many people out there that you haven't seen in quite some time that are part of this whole kind of life that you have right now. Why haven't you seen them? Because you've kind of extricated yourself and you've moved on to something else. Right? You've naturally done that as a byproduct of all the confidence that's come into you. You also have done that, I think, for some of you because of this new love connection that comes in. It's like, it feels like it's somebody from outside of this group, obviously, who comes in and also helps you see with much more clarity than you have been. Six of Swords, nice. Nice. Moving away. Some of you will be moving. Right? You're just actually going to move. Four of Pentacles, yes. There's a issue of stability with the money, yes. As a result of pulling away from this group, this toxic lifestyle environment, yes, there is a little bit, I'm going to say, of angst about finances, but your connection with this person really stabilizes that. There we go. 10 of Pentacles comes in, right. So the fear is there initially as you pull away, but the help comes in from this love connection that you have. They're there to support you. And it's not even so much that they support you, but this love connection together, you are stronger and you both sort of find yourself in a very strong, stable place, ultimately rising up out of any worries or fears about finances or instability. 10 of Pentacles comes in. Yes, you rise up out of that strong financially, emotionally, love-wise. Yeah, definitely. A meeting of someone in your life, a meeting of a new partner in your life that helps you see that you can be better than the life you're living right now. There she is, your Queen of Swords, and she's the one. She's the one who helps you see yourself. We're going to leave it right there with that Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is the queen of honesty. She's the queen of who she is. She she doesn't wear any kind of mask. She doesn't put on any kind of airs. She doesn't, and she expects that from the people around her. She also expects that she expects that the people and the people that she keeps around her, the friends that she keeps, that they also conduct themselves with honesty and virtue and sort of realness, being real, be who you really are. And so this person who comes in for you, this love connection that you have, Capricorn, that comes in for you, is somebody who is really going to imbue your life with that. They're going to bring a sense of honesty and clarity to your life that you really haven't had in quite some time. And certainly in this love connection, you absolutely adore that about them. This feels really strong. Let's pull some spirits. Feels strong. It's a strong love connection on a very real basis with an equal who reminds you of who you are and helps you to pull away from an environment, I want to say a current environment, social, personal, current environment that is toxic for you, that has been toxic for you. And you just needed someone to see you for who you are, Capricorn, to realize that. Spirit of the child and feminine spirit coming in, demon spirit. Wow. So there you go. Feminine spirit, I want to say, speaks to that Queen of Swords. And here we're not talking about gender. This could be a male or female, whatever the case may be. We're talking about feminine energy. So this individual who comes in for you, they bring that strong, honest, feminine energy into your life, which is an energy of nurturing you, nurturing support, but also being strong. And being a symbol of being strong, which is something that you then want to emulate, inspires you, right? Strong feminine energy, receptive, intuitive, nurturing. We have spirit of the child. Again, like I said, this person coming in for you is making you feel like a kid all over again. It's something about them. It's something about their energy. It's something about how you feel. You feel like a kid all over again. It could be that this environment you're in right now, Capricorn, has been one of those environments that's made you feel quite old before your time. You feel old before your time. You feel, you're around people who make jokes about being old. It's all very kind of like, dismissive and really lacks any true sort of, I want to say, positive sort of support, right? And it's like, it wears you down, before you do begin to feel old and sort of, irrelevant. And it's like, again, coming out of this with this individual, the spirit of the child is coming in for you again. You feel youthful again. You feel invigorated again. You feel, that sense of confidence again. And it's, again, when you get away from a certain type of a life or environment that you're living in, social, personal, family, etc., business-wise, even at the job, if you socialize at work, if you get out of one of those environments that's truly, truly toxic, and it's done nothing but really sort of bring you down and chip away your self-esteem, you begin to feel youthful again. You're like, oh my God, it's like you're reborn. You're like, oh my, I wasn't a has-been. They made me feel like a has-been. I was never a has-been. It just all comes, it's like new blood has been infused into you. And of course, we do have demon spirits, so watch out, right? There's fear, shadow self. So that fear comes in. That's these people there's going to be that, right? Especially from those of you who are dealing with toxic friends, okay? That is, the specific subject of some of this energy here. Be prepared that when they see you moving away with this person and feeling younger, feeling better about yourself, taking care of yourself, magician, boom, you're really on top, you're really being on top of your game. They're going to come in with fear. They're going to come in with shadow energy to pull you off your square. They're going to come in with that demon spirit. It's sneaky, it's treacherous, it's tempting, it's trickery. It's designed to catch you off guard. It's opportunist, right? Demon spirit energy, that's the ultimate opportunist, and not in a positive way. Somebody who leaps on the opportunity to bring you down, right? Who develops and opens up and nurtures opportunities for you to fail or for you to mess up or get tripped up, you know? You take every opportunity to do something base or divisive or dishonest, right? So watch out for that energy coming in for you. But I am going to leave that at that. This was a nice long 50 minutes of live streaming for the earth signs today. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Really specific messages today. But strong energies. And I think for all three of you, there definitely is a love interest for earth signs in general. This week, over this next several weeks, there's love coming in. And in each case, this love is something that is helping you resonate up. It's elevating you. You are elevating each other. And you are, all three earth signs, really coming out of periods of healing and recognizing where you've been up until now. Periods of clarity are coming in. It's very, very powerful. It makes sense. There's a lot of planets in earth signs recently. So that is that. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this third episode of Thursday Earth. Next week, we'll have episode 4 of Thursday Earth every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'll be reading for the next few, a week to 3 week forecast for the earth signs of Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. But for right now, this is Bow and Arrow Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you guys love, life, and happiness this week, and I hope to see you guys in the next reading. Bye-bye now.